audio coming through? You're good?
It sounds like it's coming from the radio.
Hang lower. So get your head in the face. It's awful. I don't know if that one works. I don't hear it. Well, no, quick enough.
Thanks. Thanks.
Hey, Matt. Yeah, come back in 10.
Come back in 10?
Yeah, just went ahead. Yeah. Yeah, we're on at 11:15, so beer, like, I'd rather have him in the queue. Take that down just a little bit. Cell was so like seriously, I cues, give him cues too.
Welcome in, the local show, 2023 early spring edition, live here at the 2023 Home and Garden Show at the Expo Center on the New York State Fairgrounds. I'm your host, Tom Sicoscio Jr., along with my good friend and co-host, Steve Roberts. The local show features conversations about local businesses. We talk about the business owners. Or did we solve that from last time?
We talked to business owners, not about them,
okay.
Tom.
Well, I talk about them.
Yeah.
We talk to the CEOs, CFOs, entrepreneurs, nonprofits, business advocates, business-friendly organizations. We talk about how they got into business, why they do business right here in Syracuse, New York, and where their businesses might be going in the future. You're going to hear all about their successes, their challenges, opportunities, marketing, and advertising. We are broadcasting from a makeshift Zoe Advertising studio here, headed up by Ian Wheatley from iHeartMedia, and we're happy that he's here to press the buttons, and I'll press your buttons.
And if something doesn't work, we blame him.
That's right. Yeah. When it doesn't work, blame Ian. No, he's a great guy. So anyway, we've got a great show all lined up, but Steve, are you happy to be out in the public? Your adoring public is looking for you all over the place.
Tom, but again, they say, "Hi, Steve," and where's the guy with that with that great voice? So I'm, it's Steve and the other guy, that guy with a voice.
I was watching you hand out little flyers about the local show, and you really love this stuff. You love being out there.
You know what? Tom, this won't shock you. I love people.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, and being able to interact and say hi,
Yeah.
and not put on a show, but to actually have conversations, learn people's first names, people that have really many people in the last day have come up and said, we listen to the show, and then they say, we've done business with Geddes and mattress, we got our mattress makers, and
Yes.
we go there and
I have heard that. I have heard them say that they've done business with people.
over and over again,
that
and
we
they
know.
feel like getting to hear people trust. So people want to do business locally. They want to. So this is a local business fest here at the fairgrounds.
It really is.
So come on out, and if you have a house or have a home and need something, boy, it's all here.
Yeah. And even if you're just decorating whatever
That's
it is,
true, too.
They have that kind of stuff. But on the show today, we've got Brian Dumont, president of Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. Matt Mallory is going to stop by. He's the owner of Mallory Unlimited. Greg Portzline, the arborist representative at Bartlett Tree Experts, will be here. Charlie Van Patten from Mattress Makers will be here. And then Natasha Schmidt, who's co-owner of Rubberstone New York, will be on the show. Neil Carr, around the other corner, will be here. He's the vice president of Prime Heating and Air. Joe Scrippa, owner of the Scrippa Group, will stop by. And then Mary Thompson herself, the executive director of the Home Builders and Remodelers of CNY, will be here to talk about the show and other things related to that. Right now, we say a hearty, healthy morning to Brian Dumont. Thank you for being here, buddy.
Inviting me, and this is quite the occasion here.
Yeah.
A live show at the fairgrounds, and you're right, Steve is in his element.
It really is.
It is just impressive.
Yeah, when the people come up and say, "Oh, you're Steve."
Yes.
What my favorite is when he says, "Hey, do you listen to the show?" And they go,
That availability, regardless of what your preferred methodology is.
"Yeah, that's nice."
Now are just excellent.
Our people.
Customers are pretty relaxed because we are and how we
What's
some numbers.
Into it and back at it. And you're listening to the local show with Tom and Steve, and we are 23.
Eyes are the game full. Wow. Hands are intent.
Yes.
They show intent. Bad things happen under the cloak of darkness. February, March are usually kind of that weird month, but still making bad people that want
to the local and Steve. This is a product of Zone. And when I say here, I mean, are you?
If you're not here, you should be on your way here. Have a house. If you have a home, boy, there's a lot of people here, a lot of camp
That'd be really nice.
that floats.
Golly.
That'd be a houseboat.
Yeah. We need a complete kitchen remodel. We have to update. Turns out that people aren't using water pumps anymore. You know, the kind of
Really?
crank
Wow.
the hand, and that's what in here. That's really shiny. Did you have to clean that yourself and wax it, or?
A little bit. So that is a brand new truck. That's one of our newest plant healthcare rig.
Okay.
So that is our plant healthcare rig that will go to properties and make applications to combat insect and disease issues, and it will also do deep tree care.
Some might imagine some young strapping guy going up a tree and trimming up branches, and somebody's got a tree guy. You're not that.
We do offer those services. We are more on the scientific end of tree care. So we are problem solvers, and we try to help individual homeowners, property managers, service tree care company, cradle to grave tree care.
Right. So I was asking you before what might be wrong with my evergreen trees. Now, are they called evergreen? Christmas tree is an evergreen, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could
Pine
call
tree, wouldn't it?
A pine tree, yes, pine. That's
So
very good, Steve.
but there's also spruces and firs, deciduous evergreens. So there's broadleaf hollies and things that look like they'd lose.
Pine tree, and then right in the middle.
If I had to guess, without seeing it, is you have a spruce with a disease called Cytospora canker.
I knew that. I
Yeah.
saw white patch.
Cytospora canker, of course.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that sounds really bad.
Can that spread to humans?
not yet.
Okay.
Maybe if it spent some time in Wuhan.
Right. I'd have to wear a mask.
Will it help his adult children leave the house finally?
Maybe.
Okay.
So can you get? I guess I'm bringing that story up not only to be funny and cutesy with it, but to show that they're arborists. They come out and they figure those things out. It's not, you can't get a person who takes down trees. They don't come and analyze your problem. So what would you do if you saw that it was the cystic vegetative?
So I'm a consultant that offers services, right? So I don't have a PhD, but I am. Let's kind of figure a doctor who comes. And I show up, you say, I have this problem. I come and look and say, all right, here's what we're dealing with, and here's the list of solutions.
Sure.
Now that would be, in your case, unfortunately, Cytospora can't have reasonable treatment, but we could still help you. There are options. Pruning out diseased tissue and some treatment options that.
And you could tell us what causes that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and if I can't that day, we have a full service 300-acre research laboratory arboretum.
Wow.
Yeah, we have 12 different PhDs on staff. We will send samples. We will get you that answer and tell you what we can and cannot do.
So how big is Bartlett?
We have over 160 offices in America, and we are also in England, Ireland, and Canada as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Bartlett Tree Expert's been around since 1907. A lot of the practices that you see today in arboriculture were invented and implemented by Bartlett.
So the big question on everybody's mind, aside from gypsy moths, what should we be worried about here this spring and into the summer?
Yeah, so we've seen a huge push into our area from hemlock woolly adelgid, which is an insect that only affects hemlocks. Unfortunately, there's a lot of hemlocks around.
Really?
Yep, and
what's a hemlock look like?
it falls into that pine tree category. It is a needled tree, native tree. You'll find it in our forests, and people plant in our landscapes. So that and spotted lanternfly is another one to look out for.
Can people plant a adult tree, like a big tree, or in landscape, or is that like forget about it here in the Northeast?
It is not forget about it, but you are going to pay a lot of money to have that done if you want to bring in a big tree. It is possible.
Okay.
Not something Bartlett would do for you, but it is.
Sense to plant because they get along and they play well together.
Oh, absolutely. So that's a big part of what we do. If we come onto a property and someone says, I just lost this beautiful tree, it died, what are my options for replacement?
Right.
And being that we are out there every day seeing these issues, we can help you pick what is going to be your best option for the site, the conditions, the soil conditions. Trees that are, don't have a big maintenance regimen
Right.
with them. So yes, absolutely.
Right, or ones that maybe are likely not to get the diseases that are.
Sure.
Because we planted some trees at our house that we sold 3 years ago, some in the front, and we planted them because we wanted to block the car lights. You know what Tom?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
And and my brother-in-law's like, plant these, and he was absolutely right. And they shot up, and they did what they were supposed to do. So those kind of consulting, saying, "Hey, what are you trying to accomplish?"
Maple
Correct.
trees are always good, right? Because we can tap them.
Absolutely. So sugar maples, yes, but red maples are great too, both native trees. I'm a big proponent of planting native because they are meant to be here. A lot of the diseases that happen on trees that aren't meant to be here. For instance, your blue spruce is actually a Midwest species, so they have a lot of problems here.
Right.
So yes, that is definitely plant choice is huge.
So people can have you come over, and do you do a free estimate and a look around the yard?
Absolutely. Reach out to us here locally, and we will get you scheduled.
BartlettTree.com.
Yep, you can do that, or call us at the office, 315-656-2323, and speak with one of our lovely administrative assistants, and they'll get you set up. I have 5 other counterparts. There are 6 of us. We have broken out our coverage area, and so we're all very capable. We're all certified arborists.
Awesome.
And,
that's awesome. That is awesome. So 656-2323. Right, Tom? 656-2323.
All right, that sounds great. Greg Porchline right there. Have him or one of his counterparts come over and look over your property and make everything look pretty for the summertime. He's an arborist representative at Bartlett Tree Experts, and he is also here at the 2023 Home and Garden Show at the Exposition Center.
There we go.
That's what that stands for.
Is that what that is? Expo?
Yeah.
I just call it.
I don't know. I'm just making this stuff up. So anyway, Greg, you have a great rest of the
you
day.
too.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you very much for having me.
You got it. Coming up next, we're going to talk with Charlie Van Patten himself. I suggest you come down here to the show and get shake hands with Charlie. He's the owner of Mattress Makers. He'll be on the local show right here on 570 WSYR.
Awesome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the local show, and so happy to have you along. Thank you for carving out a little time on your Saturday to be with Tom and Steve. And we're live now at the 2023 Home and Garden Show at the Expo Center at the State Fairgrounds. So we're very happy to be here live. And I know Steve he likes to have fans come up and pat him on the back.
Tom.
He's just
They always say hi, Steve. They always say hi, Steve. Where's the voice guy?
No, they don't.
And I say, it's that guy over there, the Italian guy.
They try to hide. I've sailed that ship before.
No. Everybody knows you're the voice.
But actually, you know where it's gotten me, Steve? All my
There's a joke. There's a joke coming, folks. Here we go.
I'll let you know where all this fame and fortune has gotten me. It's gotten me here, working with you.
Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome?
That just tells you.
There are worse things in the world
really
than working with a friend of 40 years.
Well, that's true.
Right?
Yes, it's been a long time.
You know,
It really has. So, and this time of year, it always reminds me, spring, as spring comes. And it comes rapidly now.
All the dog excrement's in the yard. So I go, oh, yes, that's right. Spring is here. We better do something about that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've noticed that. Well, anyway, you know what's really important? I got this Fitbit. And what I found out that is really important, now I've been able to track my sleep cycles.
What's a Fitbit, Tom?
A Fitbit is a watch that, kind of taps into your body. It grows like tentacles, and it kind of goes in through your veins and everything like that. And then it tells you, how you're sleeping, how you're eating, and all this stuff. And getting a good night's sleep has never been more important. And that's
I see where you're going.
Yeah, you see, that's where Charlie.
Look at that. That was awesome, Tom.
That's where Charlie Van Patten comes in. He's the owner of Mattress Makers, and we've had quite a few people come by, Charlie, and say they bought a mattress from you, and they like you as a person.
Fantastic. What an intro. Thank you,
Yeah,
Tom.
right. And, we had a couple people who've had mattresses that didn't conform to a standard size, like for their campers and their...
Like Tom.
I don't conform to anything. And they said that you made custom, sizes as well.
Yes, we're at the show here, obviously, and we've had a lot of traffic where people are getting their boats out and getting their camper and want to make sure they can get a new mattress. What they've got is terrible.
Yeah.
They just cannot sleep on it.
Right.
That's funny.
And it's amazing, Tom, you said it. We had probably a dozen people yesterday come by and say, we went to Mattress Makers, and they always say Charlie, and they talk about Carol and the others and how great they are. But just if someone doesn't know it, the only mattress manufacturer, the only one in Syracuse is Mattress Makers. They're here at the show, and make sure you go to the Mattress Makers one. There's other folks selling mattresses, but these guys make them in Syracuse.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Absolutely. And who else has been making mattresses since 1915? There's very few companies in the world that have made them that long.
Yeah.
But we've done it. Personally, I've done over 50 years. I think we know what we're doing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So tell us about the organic mattresses. A lot of people have been, realizing that they have allergies and the sleep apnea and all this kind of stuff that happens. How can the organic mattress help you?
Organic mattresses are fantastic because you don't realize the amount of outgassing. I had a young fellow that worked for me 40 years ago, and he had his sill in his basement foamed, and his wife had a reaction. They tried to take the foam out. She still had a reaction. Guess what? They tore the house down and started over.
No.
Yeah.
Goodness.
That's why you want to go with an organic mattress. And, I frequently say how much I shop, and I shopped last week. The fellow was telling me, if you buy a mattress under $2,000, if you want a good mattress, pay $2,000 to $3,500. And then if you want a great mattress, you go pay $4,000 to $8,000. Well, guess what? You can buy a certified organic mattress for less than $4,000.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And you're not going to be chemically sensitive to it. It's fantastic. And we have a display of at least 12 models. We have different firmnesses. We have all latex. We have inner spring. We have what we call our archetype. Believe it or not, we've made an archetype mattress for 100 years. It's an inner spring mattress, 20 pounds of organic cotton, 10 pounds of certified organic wool, a 10-ounce cotton certified cover, tufted, phenomenal mattress. The last one we got back from a customer, they'd used it for 45 years.
I heard this morning someone came by and said, we got a mattress a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's still good. And your mattresses you can actually flip over.
Two-sided, absolutely.
Right. So if you come to the Home and Garden Show, if you go in the front door all the way towards the back of the building on the left side, if you're walking in, that's where Charlie and the team are, and you can talk to them, have a custom mattress ordered, or get something right there.
And what about your locations? Talk about your couple locations.
Well, North Syracuse is easy to find because they're right across the street from Home Depot and Chick-fil-A.
Right.
Famous Chick-fil-A.
Yes, it is. You're right there. And then on Bridge Street.
Bridge Street's a little harder to find. It's in the same building with Wilson's Jewelers. If you're coming off Erie Boulevard, you're not very far down on the left. You go by Chimneys Plaza, and then the next driveway is us, right across from Fleet.
Here's what I know. You walk in, and there's the factory. There's the machines. There's the quilting machines. You're making them there. You're not shipping them in from a faraway place. That's where they actually make them, which is it's a pretty amazing process.
You're buying direct. There's no middleman. Your costs are half what you pay in a retail store.
And some of these retail prices are just out of this world.
They're crazy. They're crazy.
Well, for years and years ago, Charlie used to make them and then wholesale them to places all over it was like some of the big companies, right?
We were shipping tractor-trailer loads to Sears and Montgomery Wards, Hyatt Regency, Marriott. We've done it all. But, I got to the point where, hey, enough's enough. Let's go direct. Let this customer save
So made a decision you can buy from the factory. And I think everybody on the Zoe staff has got mattresses from Charlie.
Well, we got a couple of them, too. Yeah, well, I think we got a total of 3. And they're just the most comfortable mattresses ever.
We're showing something new today, too.
Oh, good.
If you have electric beds and say you want to sit up and read a book and your wife wants to sleep, we got now what we call a split head. You can raise half the bed up and half the bed down, which is kind of a unique, it's kind of a new thing. They're unique that they're the only ones that got it. Guess what?
You got it.
You need a mattress. You tell us what it is, we can make it.
Excellent.
Well, now we learned what outgassing was. I imagined something else, Tom.
Well, yes, that's right. Yeah, we've had a little outgassing in the studio.
Just saying, I don't know.
All right.
Yes.
Charlie Van Patten right there, owner of Mattress Makers. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll send people over to you, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Stick around. We're going to kick off hour number 2 of the local show. We've got conversations with Natasha Schmidt, co-owner of Rubberstone, New York. Neil Carr is going to stop by. He's the vice president of Prime Heating and Air. Joe Scrippa will stop by from the Scrippa Group and local show. Stick around. Hour number 2 of the local show starts really soon. Back into it and back at it again. You've got the local show, Lawton Show. And it was with Natasha Schmidt, co-owner of Rubberstone, New York. Neil Carr, vice president of Prime Heating and Air. Then Joe Scrippa, the owner of the Scrippa Group. And Mary Thompson, executive director of the Home Builders and Remodelers of CNY. We're broadcasting from a makeshift studio, from the Soviet Advertising Studio. It's and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Get Us Federal Savings and Loan sponsors. We're also on YouTube. Are we streaming? Brad, I can't remember. Are we streaming or are we? Okay.
We're streaming when it streams.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
It's moody.
Well, I couldn't remember whether we were just recording or not. It skipped my mind.
It's all of the above.
Yes. Well, that's good. So you'll be able to see what's going on as well. And see Steve. Steve loves adoring fans, so please come over and say hello to Steve and make him feel like he's
I'm
a
saying
star.
there's 3 cameras pointed at Tom and 1 at me.
Well, that's only because
all I have to say right there. So it's just what it is. Just saying.
That was because he was trying to obscure my view. That was it.
Is that it?
They wanted me out of the picture. It's good to have Natasha along. Natasha, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I stopped by your booth, and you have all your little gadgets and gadgets that are made up of Rubberstone. Mm-hmm. You have Rubberstone trinkets, if you will.
Yeah, trinkets. We have heart stars, horseshoes, clovers, and balloons.
Oh, that's nice. I like your Lucky Charms.
Very good, Tom.
Very good.
What's Rubberstone?
Yeah. What is Rubberstone, Natasha?
Rubberstone is a granulated safety surface, poured in place, hand troweled, highly decorative, highly slip resistant, and goes right over your existing surfaces.
You know what the most beautiful part of my property is right now with the melting snow?
Me when I'm there?
No. My Rubberstone walkway.
I know.
It is glistening in the sun because every part of the snow is gone and it's nice and dry looking. It's just wonderful. Because it absorbs the heat, doesn't it? Something like that?
Yeah, to a certain extent. Rubber is cooler, but in the winter it retains that little bit of UV, that little bit of sunshine that we see, and helps keep our Rubberstone surfaces clearer longer.
What color is yours, Tom?
I have a tan and a dark brown, so like a brown.
Our standard selected gray, so we have a two-tone gray with black, and it's our #1 seller.
Oh, it is?
So of course, we work all the time, and that's what something a bit more custom.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about the home show is you can see all those options laid out for you on our display.
That's nice. And when people come to the expo center, don't you have like some of the walkways out here done in Rubberstone?
Not the expo center, but we do have over 30,000 square feet at the New York State Fairground. So
people want to walk around.
Yeah, the Indian Village is done.
Center of
Progress is done.
There's stuff on that. I remember seeing that on that side and over by the big I Love New York thingy.
Yep. The brand new signs at Gate 1.
That's the thingy I was referring to.
Yeah, those thingies. Those are the things. The things are thingy.
Put in. Very simple. You could come in and make it decorative.
Oh, yeah.
And give people the reasons why they would want Rubberstone around their pool.
Absolutely. So Rubberstone around the pool is not only decorative and cooler, but it's highly slip resistant and it's seamless. So you don't have to see those like expansion joints.
Yeah, the separations.
Exactly.
All the way down.
So we can fill those in and cover them because Rubberstone is flexible. So we don't have to leave those exposed. So you get a nice, seamless, customizable surface that's safe, because it's slip resistant and it's cooler. So, we can put turtles and dolphins or borders or, we can put in something.
Your family crest.
Exactly.
Like
something that's going to tie in with your landscaping, with your borders, with, your lawn furniture, what have you.
Remember when you were a kid in the pool? You'd like get in. And then be like, hot. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
or if you go to a public pool, that's the same thing. Yeah, it's awful. So are you still doing driveways? Is that a thing still where you're rubberstoning a full driveway?
I mean, I will rubberstone a full driveway. So the nice thing about rubber is it's 100% repairable. So if you decide to put it on your driveway and then you decide to plow it and it tears it somewhat or causes some delamination, you just give us a call and we can repair any damage that's done to rubber.
Yeah.
Success.
Things are melting. We were talking about spring earlier.
Yes.
I'm imagining there's water in a few basements.
Yeah.
So how long after? I know you do a lot of basements. When can you do that? How dry does it have to be? Does it take months to get it into queue? And explain about the basement. You mentioned that one time before. I thought that was pretty amazing what you do in the basements.
Yeah, so for basement, not necessarily a homeowner problem, right?
Yeah.
So once we get the standing water cleaned up, then we can go ahead and install the surface. And then if that problem continues to reoccur, we don't have to worry about mold or mildew or popping or lifting of the floor that we've just installed because rubber stone is impervious to all of that.
So why would someone want it in their basement?
Well, it's a 20-year warranty and a lifetime expectancy, so it's a one-and-done system. And when you don't have to worry about mold, mildew, popping, lifting, or deterioration, it's kind of a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer, Tom.
Inside garages, you have a screen.
Either turning them into 3-season rooms.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. You can park on it and do all the things within a garage.
Right.
But then come spring, summer, fall, when you want to use it as additional living area, you just leave the cars parked in the driveway, you drop your screen, maybe put down some carpet and some lawn furniture, and then you have a nice, warm, inviting 3-season room, additional living area.
Nice. And tell us about your new product. You had something new last time.
We do. We have some samples of it here. We got Vuba, which is natural. It's granite and marble that's been tumbled, and it's mixed with a flexible binder, something comparable to what we use with our rubber. And it's also poured in place and hand troweled. It is 100% permeable, so it is made for the water to just run through. And it's very, very gorgeous. It's decorative, and it opens up an avenue for that high-end, gorgeous resurfacing look that a lot of people like with our stone, but we can't offer it because it's brittle. So it's going to open up a whole new avenue for pools, and we'll see about testing with driving on it. We'll see where that
Vuba,
goes.
like tuba with a V.
With a V.
That sounds like
So when people come to the show, they can still book with you for free estimates coming up this spring. You're not completely booked up, are you?
Oh, no, they can absolutely book. We can do, in a day, our install crew can do 2,000 square feet. Getting in for an estimate, we can make that happen pretty quickly. We have the storefront showroom that also can move things along.
Where is I forgot about that. You got a new showroom,
yeah,
really.
Yeah, brand new, bigger space, bigger location,
Where is
better
all that?
parking.
Yeah.
Where's it located?
404 North Midler, Suite 15.
I have no idea where that is.
I know.
Give
I'm
me
sorry.
some landmarks.
Napa. It's Napa Auto off of Old Court Street.
Okay,
It's down by Lynn Court area.
Yes.
Take Dunkin' Donuts on the left, and then carry down.
Stop at Dunkin' Donuts.
Carry down 3 lights.
So in case they were confused, which we know they are, RubberstoneNewYork.com.
Yes.
They can get the info there.
Yeah.
Lots of pictures.
And they have lots of pictures and products, and they can get directions too.
Yes. Yeah. MapQuest will take you there. Is that still a thing? Google Maps, whatever.
Sure. Let's call it MapQuest. Yes. Pop it in your 8-track player, Natasha.
And I think that if people come to the show, they're going to be able to see those samples. And that's very important, too, because people sometimes don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And you do a great display that allows people to really touch and feel it.
Absolutely.
Literally.
Absolutely.
And
walk on it, see it in its context.
Yeah, that's all good. Well, look, stop on down to the A Home and Garden show here on the New York State Fairgrounds at the Expo Center. Am I saying it right when I'm saying it is the Exposition Center? Isn't it the Exposition
Expo Center.
We'll call it just the Expo.
Yes. If you said it wrong, I wouldn't correct you.
Well, right, because you don't know. It's true. Because as dumb as I am, you're 3 levels below that.
The Expired Center on the State Fairgrounds.
That's it. And you can talk with Natasha. She's the smart one right there. Co-owner of Rubberstone New York. Rubberstone NY. All right. Coming up next, we're going to talk with our show. bastion of really good talk radio live here at the 2023 Home and Garden Show. And we are here. He's done very, very well. And then I don't know, Scott. It's Scott back at the studio. Okay. Hey, thank you, Scott. I don't know you well. I'm sure we'll meet sometime in the future. But you're doing a great job over there, keeping us on the air.
Ian said, if something goes wrong, blame Scott. Are we not supposed to say that? Oh, darn! I should have said that.
Everybody likes to finger point, except the brothers over at Prime Heating and Air. They don't finger point because they are a congealed team that does right for the customer. Neil, it's great to have you here. Neil Carr, Vice President of Prime Heating and Air.
It's great to be here. I feel like I'm at Radio Row at the Super Bowl or something.
Yeah, we want you to say, I'm going to Disney.
That's right. That's right. It's definitely a different vibe this week.
Just to be clear, we're at the fairgrounds.
Who you are and what you are.
Yeah, so Prime Heating and Air. We are a full service and installation HVAC company. Mm-hmm. My brother Dwayne owns the company. Started about 8 years ago. I've been on board about 7 of those 8 years.
Sure.
And so we all your heating and air conditioning, ventilation needs, we're your guys right here in Syracuse. East Syracuse is where we're located, and we strive to provide the greater Syracuse area with some great service and quality products and friendly faces.
Family owned?
So where'd the business come from?
Yeah. So my brother Dwayne's been in the field for over 25 years.
Sure.
Graduated with his HVACR certification out of high school and in college, and then just been all over. Washington State to Delaware to Pennsylvania and back to Syracuse here where we were originally from. Yeah. And he's been doing it for a long, long time and ventured out on his own, like I said, back in 2015 and grew himself, one-man band, grew it big enough where he couldn't handle everything. And then I happened to come on board to kind of take the business side of things, operational side of things off his plate as far as the follow-ups and the scheduling and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, because once you get good at something, then you have to manage all that.
Yeah, then everybody's calling. Right. Yeah, which is a great thing. As long as you can manage it.
Now, we had somebody at the booth yesterday, and they just were talking. They said, we're here we got to figure out a boiler. And I went, Dwayne.
Yeah.
So actually, I walked them over.
They came right over.
I walked them over to the booth. I go, this guy knows boilers.
Right.
I mean, he did the commercial thing. I mean, because of the stuff he did all over the country.
Right.
I said, if you have a boiler question, this guy, now they do great HVAC and air conditioning and heat pumps. But I said, you got to, then they came over and they said, okay.
Yeah, ton of experience in different facets of the business over the years for Ryan.
Sure.
Like you said, a lot of big commercial installation, commercial service, boilers, furnaces, everything, into residential, and pretty much has seen it all over the last 25 plus years.
So you have a sample of one of those handy dandy
the
whole heat pumps. That's what I wanted to say.
I know it is.
We'll abbreviate it. So
that's right. That's right. Yeah. We got a working display over there. If you're at the home show, stop by, get a good idea of what it is.
Yeah, tell everybody what it is.
Yeah. So basically, a heat pump is it's an efficient way to get both heating and cooling out of the same unit. So what we have out here is an air source heat pump, so it's using the outside air to help cool or help heat depending on the season. So all electric, highly efficient, green, super green. I think did I get all the buzzwords in there?
Yeah.
So but they're great though. They have great applications, different 3 season rooms, and you want to use them year round, camps, or those bedrooms or spaces in your house that just don't quite heat or cool enough to your liking. Nothing to vent.
Oh, that's really cool.
So spring is, let's just say it's here, Tom. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, you got to say it.
So what should people do now? Anything different? Okay, that maybe the first...
About AC season for sure. Give us a call. We'll get you on the schedule in the next month and a half, 2 months, and go through your AC system. Make sure you're ready to go, or if you're like, hey, we had to service our AC a couple times last year. Now might be the time to get an estimate. Now's a great time to get estimates on everything. And heat pumps, AC systems, all that stuff.
How long have I had my central air? Has it been 2 years, 2 seasons? I
can't
seasons.
Remember.
I
think 2 seasons now. Yeah.
Wow, it goes by fast.
Yeah.
But when I decided to have it done, we did not have one on the house. So to say, hey, you need a new furnace.
Right.
So they did I think that you guys were in and out in 2 days.
Yeah, I don't even think it took us that long.
Yeah.
We were about usually if it's an add-on AC, we're out of there in about half to 3/4 of a day.
Right.
Yeah.
It was so convenient. So people should know that. then it's real easy. Tell me about your filter systems, like your if people are concerned about colds or allergies and things like that.
Yeah, air quality stuff.
Yeah,
sure,
does that
absolutely.
really
iWave R. That's for forced air systems that gets mounted into the furnace or ductwork, and we believe everything that they have on their websites that says it's doing what it's doing. The biggest thing I like to do for people when they're talking air quality is to send them the information that we have about the products and allow them to do some research on their own. And when it comes,
if the reviews are true, and I think they probably are, you have a lot of them, and they talk about your brother a lot. Not as much about you. I don't know quite why. But they talk, and they just say they weren't trying to sell something they didn't. They weren't pushy. They were trying to see what they could do to make it work. And there's a lot of that.
We're trying to build relationships with people for the long term. We're not just trying to in and out and sell them on something they don't need.
come on down to the home show, the Home and Garden Show, and shake hands with Neil and Dwayne and ask your questions, and they'll help you out. That's Neil Carr, Vice President of Prime Heating and Air, and we're live at the 2023 Home and Garden Show at the Convenience, basically. So he's going to be on the show right here. He's the owner of the Scrippa Group on the local show on 570 WSYR. Welcome back and welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are live at the 2023 Home and Garden Show at the Expo Center on the New York State Fairgrounds. You've got the local show with Tom and Steve. I'm Tom Sicoscio Jr., the creative director at Zoe and Steve.
People have heard me say this before. I didn't want to do the show. You're the radio guy. I said, Tom, we've got this local audience. We've got a good relationship with Agri Media. I want you to do a show. And you said, no.
That's right.
I said, there's opportunities, people can interview. I want you'd be great at it. You said, and then finally your last answer was, I'm not doing it about you.
Right.
And you said it.
Well, because you wanted to go golfing on the weekends while I was stuck, doing the show.
Tom.
But here, he says he doesn't enjoy the fans. He's got 5 Sharpies laid out with his picture and everything that he'll sign for you. So
you are not telling the truth.
They'll give you the what do you call those things when you sign?
I'm not telling you because they don't exist.
Autograph. That's it. Thank you. All right. Well, it's our pleasure.
But Tom, it's fun to talk to people. So many people have come by that have had a relationship with the businesses. They get to know them, and they're not a mystery.
Exactly.
And for that, I'm happy.
We'd like to businesses that don't do business with Zoe Advertising for their marketing. We'd like them to know that they'll never get business unless they do business with us. So,
how true it is. How true it is.
So we just want to make that clear. Joe Scrippa, it's great to have you back. He's the owner of the Scrippa Group, real estate person extraordinaire, and probably one of the best-looking, cleanest-looking real estate agents.
I'm loving this. I am absolutely loving this.
He's one of your people.
And he's one of my people.
That's it. It's all about the connection.
Yeah.
It's all about the
Are you guys
cultural
cousins?
connection.
Very much.
Of course we are.
We're neighbors, but we're not,
that's true,
cousins now. That's great. So, Joe, how long have you been in business?
I've been in real estate for about 22 years. I've been known as the Scrippa Group for about 8 years.
And I see the big signs up, mainly around commercial properties. Why is that?
Well, that's where my heart is in commercial property. However, I will say we're at the home show, and boy, do we do residential real estate. You know, Kelly Sicoscio, your wife.
Yes. My wife, she joined the team not too long ago.
That's right. That's right.
Loves it.
And, Kelly, I think, is a great asset right now. She's got a great project that's right up my alley, Cooper's to Go, up on Lakeshore Road. What a great little property that is.
Yeah.
And that's exciting. What an opportunity for somebody to start up a business, whether they're retiring here to Syracuse from a bigger city or anything like that.
Right down the road from that beach, that
Williams Beach. That's right.
That's
right. Then we have Nikki Bronner, the CNY Believe and Achieve team. She's been with us forever since we started, really.
Is she the karate girl?
She is the karate girl, and she operates like a karate girl. She's intense.
Can she take you?
Maybe.
Maybe. Nothing worse than an angry Italian.
But Nikki,
aren't they all?
Nick, they're accused for all 12 years.
Right.
And she does a lot of business. Right now, I'll tell you, in our office, we are desperate for home sellers. We need home sellers. We got buyers all over the place. Nikki, Kelly, I think we've all got buyers for.
So why should they list with the Scrippa Group?
Oh my goodness, it is our intensity. We don't stop until it's done, and always responsibility, 100% for our client. Get it done in the time that they want at the price that they expect.
Explain fiduciary responsibility. Someone might know what that means.
Fiduciary responsibility is when you hire us, we are working 100%, just like your accountant would, your attorney would. We're bound legally to do the job for you first. And, our reward, we're rewarded financially at the end. But our job is number one, loyalty to you in all categories, finance, care, all of it.
And they have scruples, and that's important too, because there's so many people who've got into the business now. I'm of that age where we've bought several houses, so we've had some people when we weren't thinking about real estate or being in the business of real estate, and I work with a lot of different people
that we have to belong to.
Yeah.
And we do that both in our residential practice and our commercial practice, which is unusual. Commercial agents don't have to belong to the Board of Realtors.
Oh, okay.
So there is a different set of standards. We do hold ourselves to a higher set of standards as a realtor. I will say, shifting gears, we're in the Micron world today.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you about that.
I'll shift over to a little bit of commercial.
Yeah.
And I'll mix it with the residential. I think the Micron demand is already here.
Well, it's right where you are.
It is.
I mean, that is ground zero to your Cicero in that whole space.
Next door to us, Cicero, Clay. We're 4 miles, 5 miles from where the plant is proposed to be.
Right.
There's so much going on up in that area, and then other areas. Marshall Street.
I was going to ask you about
Marshall Street.
What about Marshall? What's going on over there?
Listen to this.
SU campus. We just listed about a third of Marshall Street, and we expect it to be developed and bring in a developer that will probably build an 8-story building in the middle of Marshall Street.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to change everything there.
And I will make an announcement here. Many people are not aware of.
Yeah.
We have recently begun a very nice strategic partnership in collaboration with Harkaway Commercial Real Estate, the Scrippa Group, and Harkaway Commercial Real Estate. Powerful, I'm telling you. It's big.
Yeah.
Harry's big.
Harry.
Harry's an amazing guy. Yes, he is.
That's
Tom,
interesting.
Tom,
to hear
I was
about
up there at Marshall Street, and I was walking by it and looking at the swatch of where they're going to redevelop the property, and they have those new buildings behind it. If you see, that's what, 8 stories, 9
Yeah,
stories?
that is called the Marshall. I'm kind of dubbing a new name. Maybe ours will be the View. We're going to block the view of the Marshall.
Okay. I think I'm allowed back up there.
Are you?
Yeah. Something about the statute of limitations from when I went to school there.
You and me both. It was that back alley.
Yes,
that back
that's
alley.
it.
Anybody else?
Sutters.
Anybody else
Sutters.
see the Zorbas? Remember Zorbas?
Oh, I do remember
The sandwiches and
lots of good stuff.
So
All right.
that's amazing stuff going on.
We've got some exciting stuff, and really on the Micron front,
Yeah.
really we've got some very interesting stuff.
Well, can you talk about any of it? Because when we talked last, I'm sure there's new developments.
New
now.
developments. Here's what I will share.
Yes.
I can confirm that there are companies coming here to
Like ancillary
The space.
companies?
ancillary companies that
Okay.
have to beat Micron that are coming into the space. They have to be set up, and they're here now. And we've got the property. We have industrial property to house those people. We do have a new one coming up right now, 87,000 square feet. It'll be announced next week. Wow. Right here in Syracuse.
But if someone owns property within 5 miles of that area or whatever, and they think, might be a good time to sell, why should they talk to you?
Well, again, now we're going to go right back to the fiduciary duty, and there's a little bit more to that too. Help them achieve the numbers that they want in the time that they want.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about. Our whole team, Kelly, Nikki, Alec, Harry,
Right.
Katie, 100% for our customers, 100%.
Have they talked about the traffic flow down 31?
I actually got a little glimpse at that throughout this week, so I don't know how much is absolutely confidential, so I'm not going to say much, but there's definitely some good stuff coming.
Okay, good. Because there was an accident the other day. I don't know if you saw that.
Was it you?
No, it was an accident up by, what do you call that? Thompson Road and 31.
I did hear about that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and boy, when that happens, we're shut down from traveling up and down that area.
Yeah,
It
I
blocks
think we'll
everything
see
up.
some ease of traffic.
Are
soon.
they going to have to widen the highways and change the sewers and do?
There's some added. You've noticed all the work vehicles up and down Route 81. They're widening areas of Route 81 right now. We're the beginning of the Route 81 project. It's up in our northern burbs.
I see.
So all those vehicles you're seeing along the side of the road are for widening and.
Right.
And we talked with Pascarella there last time
Yes,
on the show.
Our good friends. Yep.
Yeah, and they're good friends of yours, and they're redoing the candle factory and all that. So what's
Candle,
going?
what a great project.
Yeah, it really
That's
is.
such a cool project, especially for those of us that were in the neighborhood. But anybody knows.
The old Willenbauer.
Yeah, Willem
And I saw pictures, and now, I don't know, maybe I'm an apartment guy. We are a family.
Sure.
It's possible.
The ceiling height is good for you.
Yeah. Yes. In case listeners don't know, I'm really tall. Thank you.
And that traffic area in there, they're going to have to, be concerned about that as well, right? So the, Old Liverpool Road and
Yeah,
up
but
into
it's such a good area, village, right?
Right.
So you're going to have grass but you're going to have a Metro.
And it's dog friendly too.
Yes.
He was talking about it being dog friendly.
So it won't be all pavement. It won't be all cement. It'll be in urban.
Sure.
You know,
That's
but
wonderful.
I saw the pictures. It's going to be beautiful.
All right. Well, that's Joe Scripper right there, a wealth of knowledge and real estate mogul and all that. Owner of the Scripper Group. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Okay. Coming up next, we're going to talk with the queen herself, Mary Thompson.
There we go.
She's the executive director of the Home Builders and Remodelers of CNY. We're live here at the 2023 Home and Garden Show at the Expo Center on the New York State Fairgrounds. You're listening to the local show on 570 WSYR.
Boom.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, on the local show on 570 WSYR 106.9 FM. And, of course, YouTube. Today we're streaming live at the 2023 Home and Garden Show at the Expo Center on the New York State Fairgrounds. So this is really kind of a cool thing.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of Steve. Steve has not scratched in any weird areas of his body, so everything has looked pretty good.
I didn't break a coffee cup on air. I went with plastic.
That's good.
So
you haven't bumped into anything?
A couple weeks ago, I broke a cup right there, and so.
I was really thinking this was going to be like a trust.
Sure.
Can you do that off the cuff?
Absolutely. If you have a home,
yes,
and you're older than Tom or I, that thing should be in a trust to protect it for your family.
Yes.
Long-term care will eventually affect all of our pocketbooks.
About $14,000 a month to be
it's
in a
up to
long
about
care.
16.
Isn't that
in Onondaga County? 14,000 in Jefferson County. So getting a plan and setting up a trust is a great idea. Mm-hmm. If you don't do it, the government will take your money, and the Medicaid, lots of people will take your money. But maybe you just have questions.
Yes.
John Murphy and Murray over at Safe Harbor Wilson Trust, they're just amazing. And they're not trying to sell something you don't need. But if you haven't made a plan, estate plan, talk to our friends at Safe Harbor Wilson Trust, 370-9977, safeharborwilsontrust.com, Tom.
There you go. It's our pleasure right now to have the executive director of the Home Builders and Remodelers of CNY.
Say one quick thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't the government get enough of our? Do they?
There's no doubt.
Yes.
Mary, you look wonderful.
Oh, come on, Tom. You're so full of baloney.
I've known you for a long time. You do not look harried or crazy or anything.
It's all done with Mary.
And I would say
It's the wine slushy tent.
Yeah.
No.
she looks 10 years younger than the last time I saw her, honestly.
Well, there's a lot of stress to putting something together.
Busy time for
Tom's
us.
point
Yes, it
is you look relaxed and happy. And
we started loading in on Monday.
Yeah.
And some of those big, beautiful gardens with all the hardscapes are so hot right now. Hot.
Yes.
And so they take a while to build and to get together. So we start loading in on Monday, and we opened yesterday, and we're glad to see there's some people here today.
And I like it that it's in one building because
We do too.
When I was with Comfort Windows and Doors, remember we were like 3 buildings.
Yeah, and Tom was all over it.
Go all over.
Yeah,
You
now he
had
doesn't
him
even
winning awards and everything at that point.
that's
Yeah.
right.
he doesn't get out of the chair.
Right.
They got the fresh Tom. I got the old Tom. Okay.
That's right. I'm old.
Tom likes
Clean, which is nice. Yeah, so we're glad to be here in one building. We're glad that folks are coming out, and really glad the local show is here.
No.
I just wish Zoe was here.
Yes. The mascot was here. Zoe's getting a little old to come out. I don't.
SPCA is come adopt a dog.
They are here.
I saw that.
I think Tom needs a new one.
Oh, yes. Yeah, because I'm going to let Mikey go. But
Tom's family.
Load them all up in the RV.
His family. They just bring dogs home, and they leave them there. So he's got dogs.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you've got a lot. Anything new for this year? Anything?
They're going to be making us go to all electric. We're not sure when.
Right.
If Governor Hochul's budget goes through as it is, it'll be 2027. But there are 2 other bills. This is for new home construction that say 2025. But by 2030, if you need to replace something, they're saying that no oil, no propane, natural gas. It will have to be all electric.
No New York State residents, because people. That's just that is just thinking ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Well, the technology is changing. There is some practical aspects. We are asking, as an industry, home building and remodeling, we are asking them to get the grid ready. Let the utilities get the grid ready, and while that's happening, let's get our homes more energy efficient. That technology is here. So we know how to air seal homes. We know new windows, new doors.
Your big sponsor, Energy Savers.
Energy Savers.
They do a great job at that, right?
They can do the air sealing, the whole thing. There are grants for that. But that's a very hot thing right now, just because it's so trepidatious what the state's going to do with us.
Yeah, that's the problem, is the big question mark, so people don't know exactly which way to go.
And think about being a builder trying to develop a new site. Am I going to get natural gas? Am I not? They don't know. It's really tough,
No, I know. We were talking to the folks over at Prime Heating and Air here, and they can do it either way.
Yeah.
They can take care of you, no matter what. The heat pumps, electric gas, and things. So many people here finding so many answers to so many things.
Oh, I was just talking to a lady who Got some rubber stone coming to the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it's fun to see the energy in the room. And if you haven't come over to the show, it's tomorrow. It's today and tomorrow. So
10 to 5 tomorrow.
10 to 5
but
tomorrow.
We're here tonight until 8. And what we do, we do $5 after 5. So if you come after 5 o'clock, you can get in for $5.
Yep.
And it keeps the traffic flowing through the rest of the day.
No, so they haven't missed it. There's plenty of time today.
Plenty of time today.
And then-
And tomorrow, Garrett Schrader is coming to sign autographs at the show from 2 to 4.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Who's Derek Schrader?
Garrett Schrader is the SU quarterback
I
that did the phenomenal job for
Schrader.
us.
Okay, I just knew the last name.
Yep,
you
last
lost me at the
year.
first name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So he'll be over signing autographs, and we'd love to have folks come out and meet him, take a picture.
And Tom Segoccio's here and can also
And Tom
sign,
is here and will
sign autographs.
and you get a picture with Zoe.
You get a picture with Zoe, the mascot, and a signed autograph from Tom.
Wonderful. Well, you've done such a wonderful job.
Thanks for having me,
as you
guys.
always do, Mary. That's Mary Thompson, ladies and gentlemen, Executive Director of the Home Builders and Remodelers of CNY. We're live at the 2023 Home and Garden Show at the Expo Center on the New York State Fairgrounds. Mary, you have a great rest of the day, okay?
Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Now, Steve, that's going to wrap things up. You can go sign autographs and be with your peeps. All right.
There you go, Tom.
On behalf of the local show, Zoe Advertising and Tom and Steve, God bless you and your families. Try and get some vigorous activity every day and make it a point to help someone who's less fortunate than you. The local show is heard Saturday mornings from 11 to 1 and again on Sunday morning from 7 to 9. Listen together with a friend and keep it right here on 570 WSYR.